How to get over, slow to get under, stuck in the middle. Don't know what it says after that. How to get over,
Yeah, yeah,
too low to get under,
yeah, yeah,
stuck in the middle,
yeah, yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah,
trying to get over,
yeah, yeah,
low to get under,
yeah, yeah,
stuck in the middle,
yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. I know there's one part you went up. Ah.
Make them say, Jerome and John, Jerome and John. Make them say, yeah, Jerome and John, Jerome and John. Make them say, man, bro, that's crazy. Jerome and John, Jerome and John. Make them say, okay, I see you, I see you. Jerome and John, Jerome and John, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Need some lotion. You know why you need
I
some
could
lotion?
use some.
You know why you need some lotion?
Why?
Because you're dehydrated. You know why you're dehydrated?
Could it be because
My soul is thirsty. That's my best one.
you put a little extra on there?
You hear the vibrato?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Jerome and John podcast show. Welcome in. We are your hosts, Jerome B. Wood
Yep, that's me.
and John M. Sims. We
That's
are your
you.
hosts. Thank you so much for tuning in,
Absolutely.
listening in, whatever platform you are viewing this on, whether that be on Facebook,
The Instagram.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. You know what?
What?
We gotta get a TikTok.
Yeah. We gotta get TikTok. It means we gotta do some of the dances.
No, it's not happening.
Why would you not?
We just gotta put the podcast on TikTok.
But we gotta do some, might as well do some of the dances too.
You know what? You can do some dancing.
John, the people want to see you dance.
They don't.
It would be a hit to see.
Nah.
People know I can dance. So if they see, they're like, oh shoot, I didn't know John had.
It's not happening.
I'm gonna talk you into it. Hey, don't give up. I'm gonna
You know
keep
what?
fighting.
If we get 100,000 subscribers, I would dance on TikTok.
100,000?
Yep.
How many we got right now?
Don't matter. You know.
So we got 100,000 in.
No, not close.
Come on, man.
But okay, make sure you like,
Yeah.
share,
and
subscribe. Okay, and whatever platform you are watching or listening to the podcast on, make sure you continue to do that and share it out. We want to try to reach as many people as we possibly can, keep the podcast going, keep it growing and stuff. Some of you are already doing that. And so we got to give a special shout out to
Who we shouting out to?
our day ones, okay? And one of our biggest fans and supporters is none other than the amazing Angie Kirkham. Thank you, Angie, for listening and watching and sharing and stuff. We appreciate you. Angie. Thank you.
We need more people like Angie out there.
I know, right?
I just want to listen. She immediately hits me up after
Yes,
it's on.
yes.
Lets us know that she listens.
This gives us that feedback.
She does, and we
I
need
really
it.
enjoyed
She
the
needs it.
episode.
Yep.
Yes.
Or she'll tell me how much more funny I am than you.
I don't think that's ever
It's
happened.
just, it hasn't, but it could.
I don't think that ever happened.
It hasn't yet.
Mm.
There's somebody watching this, sitting there like, man, that guy is funny over there.
You know what? You are funny. I would say you are funnier than I am. Yeah.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Nah, man, I think you have that level of dry humor.
Dry
That
humor.
is just,
huh?
yep, it's pretty
Dry.
good, man. Dry.
Dry.
Like ashy dry.
Ooh. Dang. Ashy?
Yep.
Oh man. I
But
didn't think I was
You
dry.
can always get some lotion and moisturize your situation. So, but yeah, man, we appreciate you guys, man. We're doing it, man. What episode is this, man? What
This is episode number 6.
6.
Episode number
I like
6.
number 6. Go ahead and ask me why.
Oh, 6.
Well, shout out to the bruhs.
I probably can't do. I can't do that, right? I can't do that, right?
Nah,
I'm
they're
sorry.
probably gonna look at this episode
I'm sorry.
like,
I'm
you
sorry,
gave
man.
him permission. Back to what you did wasn't that bad. You said 06. Now, if you would have been like, hey, then I'm like, all right, this
Yeah,
guy's going too far.
If you don't know the
And plus,
Greek,
you got on red.
the Greek people, you know they get.
I'm a little. I'm an old head.
If you not real Greek and
Yeah.
you doing stuff like
They're
that,
gonna come
then-
after you as
Yeah.
they should.
Yeah.
Can't
So
be out here.
I didn't
know?
mean no disrespect.
Yeah,
My apologies.
but yeah, shout out to the bruhs.
hmm
06, the oldest, the coldest. Anyway, so John, how was your week, man?
Man, it's a great week. You know what?
Yep, tell me about
School's out.
it. Mm-hmm.
School's out for summer. So, you know, I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah.
Feeling good. Able to stay up late,
Yeah,
sleep in if I want to.
yeah.
You know,
But have you slept in though?
I have not. I have
Yeah.
not. It's been a busy week. I have finished out the week a little bit.
Okay,
A few extra days. Then I got up and go to the gym
that's
a little
good.
bit, trying to get my fitness on.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
gotta be fit.
trying to.
You gotta be fit, man.
Yeah, trying to.
There we go.
But yeah, so school's out, man, and feeling good. How you feeling?
you know, I'm ecstatic. School's out. Yeah, ecstatic. Don't ask me to spell it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm ecstatic, man. School's out. My kids are slowly rolling in
Yep.
because I get them during the summertime, so it's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited
Mm-hmm.
and much needed break
Yeah.
for the students and myself.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice summer break to
More so
recharge.
for me than them.
man.
Shout
you know
out-
what?
Shout out to the teachers, man. Shout out to us.
Being a teacher is great. It's a pretty good gig. You get the whole summer off.
Yeah,
It's nice. You got the spring
not
break,
bad.
you got the fall break,
Christmas
you
break.
got the Christmas break, all those breaks in there. You know,
Yeah.
it's nice. You know, it's a nice little gig, and that's what we're talking about today.
Isn't it tough? Like,
What do you mean?
we got friends that still got to go work every day.
I know sometimes
They're
I
off
be
tomorrow
feeling bad.
because tomorrow's a holiday.
Mhm.
But after that, come Tuesday, they got to go work.
Just gotta keep working.
Guess what we get to do?
We get to just,
Sit at home.
just be chilling.
Man, that's
It's
all right.
nice, man.
It is nice, man.
And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking
Yeah.
about being educators.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's probably one of the biggest perks of being an educator. You got all that time off.
Yeah, man.
Paid time off.
Yes, that's great.
Paid time off.
Yeah, that is one of the highlights.
Yes, yes. I enjoy that very much.
I enjoy that. I do.
And then like what I most enjoy about it, I get to spend a lot of time with my family.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
So for me, it's the schedule. I love the schedule.
Yep.
I love getting off every day about 3:00.
Mm-hmm.
It allows me to coach. We talked about it in the previous episode.
Yeah.
Basketball coach.
We
track
can hit
coach.
that a little bit to this episode today
Yeah.
too.
So all that and then I love the kids, man.
Yeah.
I love the kids, man.
I
Mr.
love-
Wood loves the kids
I love the
Love
kids
the
as well.
kids.
We both love the kids. We love the kids. Man,
because we sure enough ain't getting paid. But hey, that's hey man, one day, watch, man, one day
yeah.
it's gonna flip, man. Teacher's gonna be getting the bread.
Man, so like I think it's kind of backwards.
Mm-hmm.
We have all this other stuff, and it's entertainment. I know people pay for entertainment,
Yeah.
but I'm biased because I am a teacher. I feel like teachers should be one of the highest paying careers, out there.
You know what, John? I don't think there is one teacher in the world that would disagree with what you just said.
Oh no,
I mean, we're teaching. You got to think about it, man. All the future doctors and lawyers,
Mm-hmm.
presidents, athletes, basketball, football, whoever it is that are making the millions. We're teaching them.
Man, like okay,
we're pretty crucial parts of their life.
I love sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love sports.
Yeah.
Grew up playing sports.
Yeah.
Coach sports.
Yeah.
Taught sports.
Mm-hmm. Tell them.
So I feel like, man, compared to other countries,
Mm-hmm.
in some countries, like they train their kids like military, like real life stuff.
From the moment you come out the womb.
Yeah, like they out there training all life skills. Like,
yeah.
If we were to go to war, like we got a bunch of athletes, what's that really gonna do for you though? Hey, I can dribble this ball. I can throw this ball longest. I know we got the Olympics or whatever, but that ain't real. They ain't like real life. Like, you know what I mean? I think about that sometimes.
But they getting paid.
They are getting paid. Anyways, I digress. So talking about being educators, we mention that a lot, but we never talk about like what it is that we actually teach and what do we do in education. So, let's start with you, Mr. Wood. That's what the kids call you, Mr. Wood.
Yep, they call him Mr. Wood
or Mr. W.
Nope, it's Mr. Wood.
That don't even sound good.
No, it doesn't.
Mr.
Actually,
W.
it's funny. They either call me Mr. Wood or they call me Mr. Woods
with the S.
Yeah, I don't
feel like that's like a common.
Yeah,
like,
what's up, Mr. Woods?
People
and I'm
put
like,
the S on the end.
I look right at my badge. Every time a kid does it, I look at my badge. I look at them. They're like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Is that my name?" Oh, I'm sorry.
I remember they used to like when people at church when they introduce your dad or something like James Woods.
Yeah,
they always put the S at the end.
Well, it's just normal. I mean, when you think about Tiger Woods, it's Wood. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so yeah, man, me. You asked what I teach.
Yeah, what do you teach?
I am an elementary PE teacher. We have pre-K.
Physical education.
Yeah, pre-K through 6th grade.
Yeah. How long you been teaching?
Just finished my 3rd year, actually.
3 years.
3 years in that
3
thing.
Years.
3. This isn't a Kappa sign. Just let y'all know. It's
Why don't
3.
you do 3 like this? Like normal people.
That's what they do in the NBA. That's what I'm going to do.
3. Let's just do it like that. Just regular 3.
I mean, I could. It just seems
1, 2, 3. It just flows.
1, 2, 3. So does this.
You don't do 1 like that.
1. Some people do.
You don't.
I don't know. I don't really count with my fingers too much.
Just like the only thing about just like 1.
1.
Come on.
You asked me. But yeah, man, it's my 3rd year.
Teaching for 3 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, so teaching 3 years. Feel like you got it got it down to a science.
I got a good feel.
How you feel? You feel pretty confident about it?
I got a good feel. My first year was pretty smooth, man. I feel like I went in. I had some good people around me that kind of told me what to do and you were one of those people. We'll get to that, when you tell what you do and how long you've been teaching. But yeah, it's got good people telling me what to do. And like I said, it's PE, man. I feel like I have the fun job, man. I have a fun job. Every day I go to school and I get to have fun and play games with kids every day. Yeah. Like, awesome. And it's whatever game I want to play. Like, what we doing today? Whatever I want. Kids ask me, Mr. Wood, what we playing next week? I'm like, Jim, what we doing in there? Whatever I decide when you show up. Yep. And it's a beautiful thing, man. I love it, man. I love it. Shout out to Mr. Martin, by the way. PE teacher. Coach extraordinaire. Martin. He's one of my guys. One of your mentors? Yeah, man. He's one of my guys. Jonathan. As I like to refer to him as.
Weird, man.
It is weird.
Coach Martin. Martin.
Jonathan.
Put some respect on his name.
I do. Jonathan Martin.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, John.
Yes.
You've been teaching a little bit longer than me, I think.
I have.
A little bit.
I have.
So, what do you teach? And how long you been doing it, buddy? Tell the people. We want to hear you.
So, Jerome, this is, let's think about it. This just completed my 11th year in education. Jeez. First 2 years, I was a TA. And then 9 years, certified teacher.
Didn't even know you were TA, John.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. First started as a TA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a life skills TA.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It was, man. It was. And we talk about that a little bit later. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good. It was good. But so then after I was TA, I got my certification and all that stuff in PE. Yep. And I taught PE for 9 years. 9 years. Elementary school. And then I went to a private school, which was K through 8th. Okay. So I got a little bit of middle school in there. But then now, currently, I'm at the high school as a completely different role, not teaching PE anymore. I am academic coach. Academic coach.
I like the way that sounds.
Which is a new position
I like
for our district. It was first year for it.
Are you
So I
enjoying
just
it?
finished that. Man, it's great, man. I love
Awesome,
it.
man.
I love
It's
it.
got to be a blessing, man, to be able to go to work every day and be like, man, I enjoy my job.
Man, so I really love teaching PE.
Yeah.
So I always felt like that when I was teaching PE, like, man, I love this job. And then like doing something new. I was doing something for like 9 years. I wasn't getting tired of it, but it was cool to do something like
get the change,
completely different.
Yep, changes.
And so, yeah, I enjoy it, man. I enjoy it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. What's the best job about being a PE teacher? Or the best thing? I said the best
thing,
job.
man.
The best thing.
I don't know, man. It's just you get kids up and get them moving, man.
Yeah.
And then I guess the best part about it is like I can literally do and invent any game that I want.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done that a lot over these last 3 years. Kids were like, what's the name of this game? I'm like, I don't know. Don't have a name. If you guys think of one, let me know. And then this is what we'll roll with next year.
Yeah.
But I have freedom. And then I get all the kids in the building.
Yeah, you can
like
see
that was
everybody.
That was one thing. So before I started teaching here, I did a year, almost 2 years at Richards, or at one of the elementaries here in our city. That's actually school I went to. Yeah, but I did a year there as a permanent sub. That was right around
I forgot you did that.
I was right around the COVID time, so we had to wear a mask. Yep, and man, it was great. You know, I got to get experience, but I floated around the school. So I got to do, every day was a different class, a different task every day. Mm-hmm. So for me, that was what I enjoyed, being in a different class setting every day. Like, there's nothing wrong with, teachers that, are fifth grade or whatever, specific class that have one group of kids all day. But I'd like to be able to interact with all the kids. Yeah. So the fact that every day I get to just, all the kids know me, I like that. Mm-hmm. And they all love me. I'm the best. I'm the GOAT. That's what they say, at least. Yeah, that was the best. That was one of the best parts for me, getting to see everybody in the building all the time. And then, like, it was just, kids were always so excited to come to the gym for PE class. And it was like anything I did was like the most amazing thing in the world. Like, whoa, Mr. Sims, that was so amazing. It was so cool. Little do they know, we probably made that game up. Yeah. On the way to school, like, that's a cool game. I could jump up and touch the net. Like, oh, Mr. Still, oh my gosh, that was so high. Like, it hyped me up. It was kids my hype always used to ask me, Mr. Wood, like when my first year there, all the kids like, first question, can you dunk? So of course I was like, yep. Like, oh, let me see it. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to prove to you guys. Yeah. But I can still give it a little bit. So I'd hit the one day, touch the rim. I'd just go up there and nip it. They're like, oh, you can't do it. Then I'd be like, I'll take one step, go up there, like, oh, he touched it, bro. Like, if you feeling bad, man, you just walk into elementary PE, do a little something, they're gonna hype you up. Oh bit. Man, you walk through the cafeteria, kids will go crazy. Man, you are Mr. Sims. So what I have times sometimes where I'll walk around and like if I like during my prep, if I'm doing stuff, I'll just walk into class sometimes and just teachers hate teachers be like. Disrupting the whole class. All kids like, oh, Mr. Wood. Mr. Wood! I'm like, chill. What you doing in here? Yeah, they're so confused. Yeah. Like, oh my God. You're not in the gym? Yeah, like they were so shocked that I actually leave the gym. It's like, yeah, I can walk out of the gym. Or when like I think a lot of teachers get this, but like or out in public, kids see you out in public, like you're not in the school building. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I saw some kids today. Don't you live in the gym? I was out grocery shopping today. Getting stuff for Din. That's what dinner. Din, huh? Din. But I saw a couple students, man, and it's always funny because they'll look at me and they're like this, and they'll look back again, and after a while, I'm like, they'll be so happy, like, hey, like they're scared to say anything. Like, is it really him? Is it really him? They'll look at me, and then they'll go to the parents. I'm like, and the parents will look at me. I'm like this. And then they get all excited, man. I'm like, okay, tight. So I would get this a lot. Okay, especially like the elementary school because the elementary kids they super excited to see you out in public. High school, like they don't care. They're they probably want to look at you at school. I see some of my athletes, like, they be like this.
Yeah, they don't care. But elementary school, they'd be so excited to see you out in public, right? Even though they'd be shy and stuff like that. But sometimes the teacher, or not the teachers, the parents don't know like who we are, especially being a black educator.
Man, I got in that one.
Being out in public, you're not all like done up. You just out there, just being regular. And the kids see you and they're like, oh, they'll run up to you, give you a hug or something like that. And the parents be looking at you so crazy, like, who is this random black man that you are so excited to see?
I feel like when it's boys and I see them out in public, it's one thing.
Yeah.
But most of the time, the ones that run up to me are the little girls. And I got a few tattoos, man. So I'll be out in public in a cutoff and some gym shorts. And I'll be at Walmart. And next time this girl be sprinting across Walmart, Mr. Wood! Yeah. Their parents like this.
Like looking crazy.
What?
They always got preference like,
and
I'm one or two.
And then after, like, they'll hug and they'll go back. And then you could tell, like, their that exchange they have, the parents like this. They say, that's messing with my teacher. And they're like, they're like, oh, okay, he's okay, he's okay.
Oh, you're Mr. Sims.
You're the guy.
Oh, okay. I've heard so much about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that a lot, man. Or I had a few like yanking back, like,
where you going?
I'm one of their teachers. Like, oh, okay.
Because we were nervous.
Get that a lot. Yeah, a lot.
But no, man, I enjoy it, man. So you say you've been doing 11 years.
11 total years in education.
I couldn't tell you what job I was doing 11 years ago.
No? So
that's awesome, man.
So
longevity.
I had a little different path than tradition. I think we both different paths to being teachers than the traditional, right out of college
and do all that
student teaching and going to so like what did you go to college for? Because if I'm correct, you have 2 bachelor's degrees. Is that correct?
So it's double major. Yeah. But I definitely didn't go to school to be a teacher at all. When I went to school, it was a crim major. I wanted to go be a warden. Warden. I wanted to be a warden of a prison. And then
I remember that.
And then
I was like,
after a few crim classes and a few little times of research, I realized that the trajectory to being a warden is pretty long. I might have to be, I never wanted to be a guard. Like, I didn't want to be a guard. So I wanted to go in and actually have an impact in a prison. But then, after looking at it, it's like, no, you may be a guard for like 30, 40 years before you even get that opportunity. And I'm like, I don't have that time.
I don't know anything about this. So is that like the traditional path to becoming a warden? You gotta like work up.
Oh, you gotta
being a guard and work all the way up.
Bottom. Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Starting now, some may. I mean, I guess depending upon the prison that you're at, you may have a faster path to get up there. But for the most part, you start at the bottom, so you're in there with the guys, and then you just in time you move up and move up. And I'm not sure if your education matters. Like, I'm not sure if you have to get a master's if that looks better on that. Yeah. But I think it's just the path you take and then what you do once you get into the prison. Some people get there and become a guard and they stay there. I mean, you
make good money.
You make pretty good money. I mean, you risk your life. You risk your life every day, man. Especially when I took a tour of the federal pen in Terre Haute. And
tell me about that.
And the warden, this is part of he was a warden. It was my girlfriend at the time, one of her best friends' dad was actually the warden of the prison. So he took us on a walk through, and all the inmates loved him. But man, we're walking through as they're going to chow, and they're just walking right by us. Like, at any given moment, you are so outnumbered.
They could just end your life.
3 seconds.
End your life.
40 people that are in prison for crime.
Already for killing people anyway.
And some of them dudes don't care. But that's why I didn't want to be a guard. I just didn't want to do that. So
my cousin was a guard for a little bit. Howard.
Yeah, sure was.
He said Howard's a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
He's not little.
He told me some stories about what
he was like,
dealt
man,
with in there.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes being there, be a little scared.
Man, I couldn't imagine that.
I couldn't either.
But I tried it. So that was the path. Like, even in college, I worked at the juvenile center. I worked at a treatment facility. So I did a lot of things that I thought, let me just get my feet wet and see kind of how I want this career path. But when I was a guard at the juvenile center, that's when I was like, I don't want to. This is what I'd have to do at the prison. Because them kids in the juvie were bad. And they never, bothered me. They thought I was kind of cool. But also I knew kind of how to talk to them. But I was like, oh, once these kids get grown up, they're not gonna listen to me at all. So we're not. Nah, I'm cool. So it was a change.
Yeah. So what'd you change major to?
No, I stayed with the crim.
Oh, you stayed with the crim?
I just knew I wasn't gonna be a warden.
So the double major, crim
and radio, TV, film.
Okay. See, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at you.
Yeah. I wanted to be an actor at one point, which is why I went to college. And my first major was radio, TV, film, and then I selected the crim. I knew I wasn't gonna be an actor after a while. I was like, you know what?
That rhymes.
It did. It was
radio, TV, film. Selected the crim.
It did. A rapper, not even intentional. It's crazy.
Look at that.
Sometimes it happens, man. It could be a caller.
Could be.
Might pick up a notepad. So I went through that process, man, and I realized I wasn't gonna be an actor. I realized I had a boogie. I realized, hopefully I still don't have one. That's really bad on the camera if I do.
I think you're good.
Producer, am I good? All right. Well, I felt it. But after, like I said, working at those different places, man, I realized that one, wasn't gonna be an actor, didn't want to be a guard. So I went into sales out of college after I graduated, and I did that for years. Car sales, phone sales.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then had
a conversation. Pretty good at it.
I was a beast.
Yeah.
The hours weren't the best for, especially selling cars. I was a beast. But the hours sucked.
Yeah.
And then sales was just, the environment wasn't very conducive for my life.
Told me some stories.
Yeah, man. It was Wolf on Wall Street. If you guys ever seen Wolf on Wall Street, that's what I lived through when I worked in Angie's List for about 3 years. It was a lot going on.
That's crazy.
It was fun, but probably too much fun. So then I had a conversation with this guy named John Sims. And he was telling me how he was teaching, how much he liked it, enjoyed it. And after that conversation, I went into leasing. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. I went into leasing.
Planted the seed. I planted the seed.
I went into leasing. And then after leasing, after that chapter ended, that's when I started doing substitute teaching and all that stuff. And then I was like, man, I should have did this years ago. Yeah. So thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Sorry for not listening.
You're welcome. It's okay.
So
yeah, I remember that. I remember having those conversations. I was like, man, just be a teacher.
You said, man, you say you'd kill it, man. You'd be great. And I was like, yeah, I don't like kids.
You've been working with kids this whole time.
Yeah, man. And I worked with the bad ones. I think that was it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I worked at a treatment facility and a juvenile center. So I worked with the kids that were getting kicked out of school. You know, not the kids that were staying.
You worked at Atterbury too for a little bit.
Yes, I did. Man, it was just it was, and I'm not gonna say all the kids at Atterbury and the juvenile center places were bad, but they needed guidance. They needed a lot of guidance, and that's what I provided for years, which I enjoy a lot more what I do now with these kids now. So yeah, that was my path, man, and here we are. So for you, like you said, yours wasn't traditional either. So how was your journey?
I went to Anderson University.
AU?
And
I went to ISU, by the way.
Yeah.
Go Sycamores.
I was gonna go to ISU.
Should have went to ISU.
I was gonna go to ISU. Man, we had a whole plan, and then I just switched it all up last moment.
You did.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
God's plan.
Yeah, it worked out.
God's plan.
Worked out. So I went to AU as play football, and it was a good school. But I went to be a athletic trainer because I loved playing football or whatever. I knew I wasn't gonna go, very far after playing college or whatever. I'm just, this my size wasn't that good, go to the league or anything. Those guys are just
you're good, John.
Thank you.
You were good.
Those guys are just on a whole nother level though. There's on that. So, but I was like, man, I could be an athletic trainer and still be like around, sports all the time and stuff. So I started that. And it was really hard. It was really hard.
Didn't know where else to go with it. Just figured I'd throw it out the bottom.
I had to do like anatomy and physiology and stuff. Yeah. I was in there with nursing and like pre-med students and stuff. And I was like, you had to get couldn't get anything lower than a C for athletic training, which makes sense because you got to do all that. You got to know all that stuff on the body. But I was like, this is really difficult. It's harder than what I thought. So then I switched my major to history. I switched my major to history for a hot second.
I had no idea you did all this.
For a quick second.
How was that?
It was all right. I mean, I like history stuff or whatever, but after taking a couple classes, I was like, I don't think I really want to do that either. But I'm at my buddy Josh. Shout out Josh Bellamy. And he played basketball on the team, so we kind of were already connected, like being athletes, and we lived in the same dorm and stuff. And he would just be talking about like how fun his classes were and stuff. Like, what major are you? He's like, I'm a PE major, man. Like, we just be in there just playing games and stuff. And I'm like, what? So I ended up taking like a PE class, and then like that's why I switched my major to PE. So I did that for the rest of my time, and I took all the classes that I could take up into like you had to take the praxis test and stuff like that. I took the praxis test and I failed it. And so like you can't move on until you pass this practice test. You can't move on to these last classes. So I wasn't really studying like I should have been studying and stuff. I was a little distracted and stuff. You know what I mean? But I ended up staying another semester. So it was like not a whole fifth year, but like 4.5. And I still didn't pass the praxis. And I felt really bad because I was like, man, this is really expensive. School is really expensive. And there's many distractions.
For those that can't see, the ladies was the distraction for Brother Sims over here from getting that praxis exam.
Among other things, you know.
Go ahead.
But so
I was distracted as well, brother. So.
Yeah. So I couldn't move on because I didn't pass the praxis. So I was like, I don't want to keep wasting my mom and dad's money and stuff. So I just stopped then, and I graduated. I felt Anderson was expensive, man. Yeah. Like all colleges is expensive, but I was like, man, I'm just keep wasting this money and blah blah blah. So I graduated with my general studies diploma, right? And then I came back here to Columbus, and I felt real bad and stuff. I was like, man, I just wasted all mom and dad's money. I got general studies. I'm like, what is that? What am I gonna do with that? And so I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was like, well, general. I went to school 4.5 years for general studies. You know, so I was just feeling all bad. And
but you got your back.
Yeah, it worked out. Yeah, it worked out. But I didn't know what I wanted to do, and so I was just here chilling, and I was subbing a little bit. I was subbing a little bit. One day, I was subbing, and I would go down to like the athletic office, and eat lunch down there with the coaches and stuff, like Coach Gaddis, Coach Miller, David Miller down there, because he worked in the building. Coach Vogel, so he'd be down there. Sometimes his lunch didn't line up. Coach Vogel, Coach Eddie Vogel,
Ed. Go ahead.
John Gratz, Coach Gratz. They would be all down there, and I just hang out down there with them and stuff. And one day, like Coach Gaddis was like, "Hey, John, you want to coach football?" And I was like, "Sure." He was like, "You're hired." And so then I was like,
pretty easy process, right?
Yeah, it was pretty easy process.
How you want to coach?
Yes. So shout out to Coach Gaddis. So Bob. I started coaching.
I'll call him coach though. I wouldn't call him coach.
So I started coaching, and I was subbing and stuff. And then I think I turned 25 or 26 or something, and I was like, I need to get like a job because that insurance, you got parents' insurance now. Yeah. So then I started being a TA. Okay. And that's when I got my TA job. So working as a TA, I worked at school in the life skills department.
Nice.
With a lady named Stacy Horner. I was her TA, so shout out to Stacy Horner. She was awesome. And like
her son is Cody.
Yeah.
That's my guy, man.
Yeah, and then I was working at the Boys and Girls Club and stuff a little bit with kids and everything.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
I like that. And but she really inspired me to like get back into teaching and stuff. Good. And like she didn't really know me really. Like I was working with the kids and stuff, and she was like, one day she stopped me. She was like, "Have you ever considered being a teacher?" Like she didn't know like my background or anything like that. And I was like, "Well, yeah, actually, that's why I was going to school." She's like, "Oh, you should do that." So then
God's plan.
Yeah. So then I was like, "All right, I'm gonna look into getting my certification and stuff." So I reached out to people at admin, like, "Hey, what do I need to do to get my teaching certification so I can start teaching?" They told me what I need to do. I had to take a bunch of tests and stuff like that. I had a lot of my classes that I already took went toward like
that's awesome.
me getting my license and stuff for it, so I didn't have to do any more schooling. But I just I had to take like a bunch of tests, praxis, pedagogy, P to 12, and all this stuff, and I was studying. I failed it a few more times and stuff, and I finally got it, and then I started
First,
teaching.
you don't succeed.
Yeah.
Try.
I think I failed it like 3 times.
Try
man.
again.
Just the math part, man. I was struggling
Third
with the
time
math.
charm.
Yeah, I think here outside of school, I think I took it like 3 more times. I passed it on
The practice.
yeah, the math part. I was struggled in math, man.
Yeah,
but
I remember that thing.
so then I started teaching after that, man. I started teaching. So I had a nice little setup. I was teaching the school that I was at. I was there 3 days, and then I was at another school 2 days, and I worked with the PE teacher there. So I kind of knew what I was doing because I took classes, but the PE teacher, I would just copy off what she did during the week, and I'd take it back to my other school.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't make any lesson plans or anything like that.
If it ain't broke, you don't fix it.
So I was just taking the same game. Shout out to Debbie Marr, but she did show me a lot of stuff. She taught me some stuff.
She put me on a few, man.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah.
She's cool, and so. Then Coach Martin, he showed me stuff. So I had a lot of great, mentors around to show me what I need to do. And, I think, I like to think that I was a pretty good PE teacher. Yeah. I like to think that I was pretty good.
I believe I don't know if you recall, but I came and shadowed you.
You did, yeah. I was like, hey, man, you want to come
the
to
jump officially. I went. I wanted to check out, see how it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was always funny when he told me he was a teacher, and I was like, man, John don't even like to talk. Because, he was quiet. It's like, around me, you weren't quiet. But, in front of people, John was always the kind of quiet, reserved guy. So then I was like, well, what John sound like for these kids? I'm like, all right, kids, sit down. I was like, I got to go see what Mr. Sims looks like. And yeah, man, you do a great job, man. I feel like you had control of the class. That's the biggest thing is having control of the class.
Classroom management.
And, brother, you just, kids knew what it was. You had expectations that kids had to follow. They did.
Oh yeah, man. So it was a struggle for me early on, talking in front of people, in front of classes. I developed that better habits, not habits, but better. I developed that in school at Anderson. My teacher, my professor, Dr. Jones, man, she was the coolest, man. She was cool. This little old lady, man. But she could move still and stuff. But we had to record ourselves and stuff, and she would critique how many times you said and calling girls guys and all this so she was really particular about all that stuff, and she would help me. But Josh would help me a lot, man. Josh was the coldest, man. He was he wouldn't even prepare nothing. He just go up there and just be ready. He probably, I don't know if he did. But he was really good. So I was like, man, I need to be like Josh. So he was really good with the kids. Josh. He was really, really good with the kids. So, but talking now though, I think I got a lot better talking now from being in class because I was like, okay, I would treat this like me preparing a speech or something like that for my class. So I try to mold it to make sure it progressed through and all kinds of stuff and emphasize what I need to emphasize and stuff. So I think that's how I got a little bit better. Got over
you
some of my
sound more prepared than me.
Shyness.
I just get out there and go.
Yeah, we had to do lesson plans. She wasn't playing. Dr. Jones, she wasn't playing. We had to do lesson plans. We had to go through all her progressions,
well,
sequence
she
and stuff.
Prepared you, brother.
She was GOAT. Dr. Jones, she was GOAT. So I haven't seen her in a really long time because I haven't been back to Anderson in a minute. But when I did get my teaching job, I emailed her and I was like, Dr. Jones, I did it. I finally passed the praxis.
Yeah,
I got my certification. I'm teaching now.
She
was real excited about it and stuff. And she used to call me Johnny. She was one of the only people that could call me Johnny. There's a few people,
Johnny?
Yeah. A lot of other people I correct. I'm no,
Johnny,
my name is not Johnny. You call me John or John Mark, but it's not Johnny. But I let her call me that. So she was like, Johnny, I'm so excited about you. So she was cool. She was good.
So would you consider her one of your favorite teachers?
Yeah, I would have to put her in my Hall of Fame. Dr. Jones.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what other ones you got? I know, I think, just like most teachers, at least me, I think I am my student's favorite teacher.
Yeah.
But I think that because they tell me that. Shout out to my kids. Y'all know who y'all are. But they do. They tell me all the time. It's great. And they tell me in front of other teachers. So it makes me feel good too. But so
everybody loves the PE teachers.
Man, who does?
We are the goats.
Yeah.
We're the goats.
I mean, I think we're pretty tight.
We got it.
All PE teachers are not created equal.
No.
We're not.
No, I've seen some pretty bad ones.
I've never experienced any bad ones just because my PE teacher was the GOAT too.
Yeah.
Old Mr. Martin.
Mr. Martin. So, Mrs. Coleman. I told you about Mrs. Coleman with the jock jams.
Yeah.
Woo.
Bump it up.
Bump the jams, boy. Mrs. Coleman she was tight. She called me Johnny too.
Yeah.
She called me Johnny too. Yeah.
I've seen her several times.
Yeah, she was the GOAT.
Cool. She's cool.
She was the GOAT.
She's cool. So you got Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones.
So who else would be in that
Mrs. Coleman.
Hall of Fame. Okay.
Mrs. Coleman, elementary PE teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Got 2 PE teachers in there, huh?
Yep.
Let's see. Who else is in? Mrs. Knight. She was my first grade teacher.
Oh, wow. You remember her?
I remember her, man. She was great. She had all of us. Well, not all of us. She had Chad, Becky, and myself, 3 of us. But she was there for all of us.
Okay.
Rachel,
for all
Aaron.
The kids. Cool.
Yeah. And so crazy thing was when it was my second year teaching.
Yeah.
I went back. I got to go back to my elementary school, and I taught there with her.
Okay.
So she was teaching.
That's cool.
First grade still.
Boy.
So yeah, it was crazy. I had her first grade class came in, and I was like, "Did you all know that Mrs. Knight was my first grade teacher 20-something years ago?"
Like, oh my God, you're so
like,
old.
Oh. And so then I realized, like, dang, that was 20 plus years ago. It was wild. But it was super cool to.
That's dope.
She was super nice. She like came in and she was like crying. She's like, I'm so happy that you're here. I can't believe it.
Did you cry too?
I did not.
You better not.
No, I did not. But it was cool.
You better not be in there crying.
So she's in there. There's just so many. Really, like, I mean, teachers are so influential, but like outside of my parents, you know, those are the most influential people in my life. Teachers and coaches. Coach Gaddis, the GOAT, man. He's the best coach I've ever had.
Easy.
For sure.
Easy.
And man, there's so many people. I'm probably forgetting a lot, but off the top of my head, those 4 come to mind. So Dr. Jones, Mrs. Coleman, Mrs. Knight, Bob Gaddis. Gotta put him in there.
Okay.
He's a great coach. You know what? You know, even beyond him being my coach, I learned a lot from that man. Like even coming back and coaching with him. So I grew up a whole lot.
Yeah.
While I was coaching, too. That's been experienced a lot of life. With got married, had my first kids.
Yeah.
All that while coaching. So and he was. You know, there,
he was there through all that,
all through all that time. So
he's a wise fella, man.
Yeah, he helped me a whole lot.
That's awesome, man.
Outside my parents.
So that's your Hall of Fame, huh?
I'll go with that. Yeah. What about you? What you got?
I don't know how you remember your first grade teacher.
Because she was awesome, man. She was tight. She was best artist. She could just draw anything on the board and stuff. She was awesome. Dope. She was tight.
So for me, let me see some good teachers I had, man. Yeah, all I have is Miss Settle.
Yeah.
Yep, that's probably the GOAT for me.
You know, I never had Mrs. Settle as a teacher.
Miss Settle was the GOAT, which is crazy about it.
I'll just go in there with you guys.
That's what I'm saying. I had her, but then even when I didn't have her, I was just always in her class.
Yeah.
And then when I graduated, I always came back to make sure I went to see her. And now that, you know, when she left East, I was like, yeah, I ain't going back there. I went in there to go see her, and then I would leave. But yeah, she was the GOAT. We also used to go see Alea.
Yeah, we
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never had her in class as my teacher, but you guys loved her.
Oh man, she was
I would just come with y'all. She didn't even know me. Then we started getting.
She was a beast, man.
Was cool. With me.
She was a fun teacher.
Mm-hmm.
She also held you accountable, but like she made the class fun.
Yeah,
like it wasn't like she went out of her way to try to be this funny or hot teacher. She was just cool. and she just, she was good at her job, but she also like she respected all the kids in the class.
Yeah.
She wasn't really yelling at like some teachers was mean, man.
Yeah,
I had
there's a
some
lot of mean teachers
that I'm not gonna name because they still live here.
Still
but
teaching?
No, they're not even teaching no more,
No.
but they are still here and they're around and I see them and they speak to me now and I'm like, what? You kick me out of class all the time and now you want to be like, hey, Jerome, how's everything going? I'm like, what's up, dude? Like, come on, man. I had one teacher who I know he didn't like me. He found out I was a teacher. He's like, oh, I just knew you would always be a teacher. I'm like, as much as you kicked me out of class, you thought I was going to grow up to like.
What grade?
It was in high school.
It was high school?
Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah. There's two of them up there. You know both of them.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. So when I saw him, it was just funny. But no, Miss Settle was the GOAT, man. And she was at when I got married, she was at my wedding.
Yeah.
She's just she's the GOAT, man. So if you watch this, what's up, Miss Settle?
What's up, Miss Settle? Miss Settle's great.
Yeah.
I got another one.
Uh-oh.
I got another one. Mrs. Vincent. She was my 12th grade English teacher.
Vincent.
She was the only one.
She's a short lady.
You know who
No.
you taught with her daughter at the school that you work with now, or you currently teach with her daughter. Her daughters go to the high school.
Is she short?
No, she's like regular height.
I don't know who this is.
I'll tell you later.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to think. I thought thinking of a different lady.
Her last name is not Vincent.
Okay, gotcha.
Her mother's name's Miss
No. I'm asking about Miss Vincent.
Oh, is Mrs. Vincent short? I think she was like average height. She had short hair though.
Okay, I think I know who she is, and that's why I was wondering.
She was really cool, man.
Yeah.
She came to my little graduation party. She was the only teacher that came to my graduation party.
You know who me teacher came from?
None. I don't remember your graduation party.
I don't think I had one.
You didn't have one?
Did I? My memory's pretty bad. I probably did.
You had to have
Did
one.
I have one?
We all had one. Yeah, you had one.
I probably did.
Yeah.
But no teachers came.
No.
I don't think. If one did, it was probably.
She came through and she chilled for a little bit.
That's
She
what's up.
gave me a little gift and stuff. Mrs. Vincent. Cool.
Shout out Miss Vincent.
Yeah.
I got Miss Settle, man, and then of course Aunt Frida.
Yeah.
I loved Aunt Frida, man, but it was unfair because she was Aunt Frida. So I'd come to class and she'd be like, "Oh, Romy."
We had that class together.
Yeah.
Geometry class.
Yeah. Oh, you guys. So that was a fun class, man. Just because Aunt Frida, man, she's cool, man. Aunt Frida's cool, man.
Yeah.
But she was a great teacher, man, because when it comes to numbers, man, she knows everything.
She just reads math books for fun.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just
I'm gonna cozy up with this.
with these numbers. Like what?
Algebra.
Like wow. But no, she was a great teacher too for me. So yeah, I'd say Aunt Frida. So Miss Yates,
tutor me,
and Miss Settle. That was it.
Yeah.
I don't have nobody else.
So Miss Yates,
Mm-hmm.
Aunt Frida, African American, black teacher.
Yeah, John. That's ironic that you brought that up. You know, I did bring her up too. How many black teachers did you have? We'll go K through 12. We'll go K through 12. How many did you have?
You know, it's crazy, and I forget about this sometimes because it was such a long time ago. Kindergarten teacher was a black woman.
Wow.
Yeah, Mrs. Parks.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
So how many did you have? K through 12.
So kindergarten, I had Mrs. Roberts, Mrs. Lunsford, Miss Yates.
I had
4.
I don't think I had Miss Lunsford. I knew who she was.
Yeah.
Everybody knew Miss Lunsford was. She was cool.
She was hilarious.
And she was loud.
she was
very loud.
Her
she
class.
was loud.
So that was the first time I had a class with another black person.
Student wise?
I was 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with another black student. Me, Therese, and I.
You know what's ironic?
In that class.
You know who was the first black kid in my class?
Therese.
I was in second grade with Mrs. Chenier.
I didn't even know like Therese really.
Yeah.
But like when it was there, I was like, so excited.
It's always so you walk in.
Like I seen her. It was
always great.
And then Mrs. Luxford walked in. It was like,
there's a bunch of us in there.
Our teacher's black.
Fireworks.
Pew pew. He was so excited, man.
But it was always fun, man. You remember like whenever you'd walk into class, those first few days of school, especially when you got to middle school, because that first like day or whatever, every class you want to see who's in there.
Mm-hmm.
You walk in. Now me, I was always late.
Some things just don't change.
Yeah, I was just late. So I'd walk in, and then they'd all be in there. I walk in, I kind of peep the room. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
None of us. But I didn't have Miss Lunsford, but I had Miss Roberts, and I had Aunt Frida.
Yeah, too. Even throughout college.
Now college, I had 2 more in college.
2 more in college.
Yep, and take a wild guess. Take a wild guess what courses I took in college.
Well, like African American studies.
Sure did. I took 3 different African American study courses. But the crazy part is the best one I took was it was the diaspora of African American history. I think it was the diaspora. It was this old little white woman.
Yeah.
So we walk into class.
So that was the
man.
best one.
It was she was dope. I forget her name. She just can't be. She was a dope teacher. I wouldn't put her in my category of dope, but like we'd walk into class first day, and she's got all these bongos. So like we walk in, I see all these bongos. I'm like, oh, this class about to be tight. But she's not at the front of the class. She's sitting back at the desk. So I don't really recognize. Maybe I didn't realize who she was. Mm-hmm. But all my other classes, I had black teachers. So I was expecting somebody to come out with the dashiki on or something like something on. I'm like, they about to come out looking like, what's up, you know? Man, she gets up from her desk. Oh, here's doom, 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 doom.
She's playing?
Bro, she's killing it. But she's behind me. So I'm like, what? I look back and her, she's coming like this. Oh, man. She would play it every day. But she lived in, I forget where in Africa, but she lived there like for years. Mm-hmm. And then like during summer, she'd always go back. And also, she had all types of stories about stuff. So that's class was cool because she would always tell stories about like her encounters out there. And she'd always like, you know, when I taught this class, she's like, I was always wondering how it would be being a white woman teaching African American. But then I thought how it was for me when I was in Africa. I was always the only white person. I was like, so I'll be just fine. But man, she was cool, man. But yeah, when I went to Indiana State, those were my other 2 black teachers I had.
I didn't have any black. Well, I had a speech class, and it started off with one professor, and like the last like 2 weeks he was gone or whatever. So I had a black professor came in for like the last 2 weeks, but that was the only black professor I had my whole 4.5 collegiate years.
So do you think it is, being that we are black educators?
Yeah.
Do you think it is? Do you think it's like? How do you think the kids? I'll go with that. How do you think the kids feel about that? Do you think they like it? Do you think they dislike it? Do you think it's an experience? Like, what is that? Because I know for us, right? It was great for us when we walked into class. Yeah. For us to see someone that looked like us. Yeah. But you know, how do you think? You know, do you think it's dope? I mean,
I think the kids love it. Yeah. For 2 reasons. Mm-hmm. Like the students of color, when they see a teacher of color, like I think they get like excited and like comfortable. I remember one time I was teaching.
It's a sigh. You come in like,
hi. One time I was teaching, and this little boy, he was like, "You got hair like me." I was like, "You got hair like you." He was so excited about that.
Kid, no kid will ever say that to me.
Because you have no hair.
That's why I wear this hat.
Yeah. By choice.
Anyway, kid, continue. I'm not bald by choice.
You are.
No, I'm not.
You already told me the whole story.
Yes. Well,
you want me to tell the people?
No, I'm not gonna tell people. I have so many thin spots in my hair. There's parts of my hair that
but why
smooth
is that?
bald.
Why is that?
God's plan. Continue your story though. Continue your story about.
You can fix it, man.
I'm okay. My head's not lumpy. It's like I have a decent little bald head.
Yeah.
I'm leaving my hat on. I'm not taking it off. It's been on. No.
But yeah, he was real excited though. He was like, "You got hair like me," and I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I do got hair like you." So I think, especially the students of color, they like it a lot. Like and even like parents and stuff, they come in, they're like, "Oh, okay." they get a lot more comfortable.
Remember that sigh? They do the
yeah. They get a lot more comfortable when
all right,
they
I'm gonna
see,
call you Mr. Sims. Yeah, we'll
they
talk.
see somebody of color, especially when they're not from Columbus.
Yep.
Yep.
It's comfort.
And then even
feeling.
the other students that aren't of color, I think they think like we're super cool because we're black. Like, oh man, he's cool. Like instantly, like don't know anything about me. I think they assume a lot of things.
Oh,
I would get a lot of times.
that's why they ask. That's why they immediately ask if you can dunk.
Yo, yeah,
Dunk?
can you dunk?
Yeah.
You played in the NBA, NFL. You're super fast.
They'll tell my kids
all the stereotypes.
Kids be at my school like coach, or not. Don't call me coach. Well, the girls at Mount Healthy will call me coach.
Yeah,
because I coach there. But most of the kids be like, Mr. Wood, you look just like LeBron James. I'm like, what?
Yeah, because they never seen no other black people.
I'm like, have you ever seen the picture of LeBron James? Yeah, you guys look just the same. I'm like,
oh man, all the time.
Kids needs glasses.
You look like Stephen Curry. No, I don't.
What?
He's a completely different shade.
Yep.
Like our face does not look anything alike.
Nope.
We have no similarities at all.
Just black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just black. But no, I think the kids, so for me, I think the kids of black kids love to see black educators.
Yeah.
Like I think they love to see black educators. But I also think that the kids that are not African American, I think it's great for them because they get an encounter that otherwise they may not have had. Like I feel like they may not have had that black experience other than like you said, TV with movies, sports. So that's why when they come in, they immediately see us and they immediately their minds go to whatever it is they think. Yeah. So the fact that they have that black experience, like they now understand, I think it's good because a lot of kids, man, you know what I'm saying? Like for us, until college, I never had a black male teachers. I also didn't have a lot of male teachers, period.
Yeah, so out of all those black teachers, did you have any black male teachers?
Yeah, he was actually a pastor.
Oh, yeah?
Pastor Clark.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Pastor Clark,
I've never met him. I've heard of him.
He's cool. You just went to that church up there.
Yeah.
I think the church
in Toby.
Yep. He's so cool, man. But yeah, as far as like, just growing up, man, these kids, I feel like it's beneficial for them to have a black experience. Absolutely. To understand and know, like, one, we're not like the TV.
Yeah.
So we're not rappers. We're not all
monolithic.
thugs.
Is that how you say it? Monolithic.
Monolithic.
Meaning like we're all the same.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say it.
That's a good word.
I think that's.
I've never heard that word before.
Monolithic.
We'll have the producer look it up. But yeah, can't spell it.
Okay. Mono means like one. M-O.
Ask Siri.
N-O. I think it's lithic.
Monolithic?
I think so.
Okay.
Or lithic or lithic. I think maybe lithic.
But either way, right? Either way. So I think, like I said, it's just great for them to have that experience to understand.
Absolutely. What
I
like to do, black education, I like to break stereotypes.
Yes.
On purpose. Yeah. Intentionally. So I remember I would come in with my fitted hat sometimes. And they'd be like, Mr. Sims, you look like a gangster. Why do I look like a gangster? Just because I'm wearing this, it's a baseball hat that all these baseball players are wearing. Mm-hmm. You don't call them gangsters. Is it because I'm black? Is that why? No, I didn't mean that. Like, that's exactly what you meant. That's what you meant. You ain't calling Bobby over here a gangster. Mm-hmm. We got the same hat. Yep. So I like to do some of that stuff on purpose. Just to make people
my kids all
a little uncomfortable
because I have tattoos
and blow their minds.
These kids will lose their mind. Like the beginning of school, it's we're in Indiana, so it's generally always cold. Yeah. So like beginning of school, I may have t-shirts on, but the most part in our gym for whatever reason, man, where I'm at, man, the gyms be freezing. Yeah. So I know wear a hoodie every day.
I used to like to keep my gym cold.
So I like it nice, chill. Mm-hmm. So like I don't want kids in there sweating and I'm in there all day, But I don't want it to walk in to where when I'm there all day, I'm shivering. Our kids are coming in the gym. They're just some days be like one day, I think we checked the temperature, it was like 55 degrees and I was like, yeah, we gotta kick that.
And one time they had it was in a new gym.
Yeah.
at the private school, the heat was broke that day. It was in the middle of winter. You can see your breath in there. It was cold. Bro.
No can do.
It was cold. They fixed it later though.
But yeah, so like I was saying, like I have the hoodies on some days. Some days I wear my t-shirts. Oh, kids will like they walk in and they're like, oh, you have tattoos.
What's it say?
It's cool. So like you said, man, but it's great to be able to break those stereotypes.
Yeah.
And then I think like it helps kids the rest of their lives, right?
Yeah.
Whether they
they're going to have those interactions.
Yeah, whether they believe it or not, or even realize at the time, like them having a Black experience growing up is going to help them later on in life. Because I think a lot of times when adults struggle with, being around African Americans, it's because they never interacted with us, as children. So the fact that they get to interact with us and as an adult, and they were so tight, we're cool. Yeah. So it's like, man, I love Black people. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Instead of them seeing a gangster killer or somebody, they're like Mr. Wood, Mr. Sims.
Like my PE teacher, it was a cool.
That person is probably cool, like my PE teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they assume instead of assuming the worst, like a lot of other people.
Oh yeah, man.
Think when they see us. So.
Look at us, man, changing lives.
So
man.
I think that's huge. I think that's really huge. Yeah. Monolithic.
Well, the producer looked up the word, and I don't know. I don't think it's it. But I'm gonna figure out a time in my life that I have to use monolithic.
I think it's it means like everything is the same. Similar. So like all Black people aren't monolithic. Like we're not all the same. There's all kinds of different types of Black people. There is. Yeah.
But we know that.
We do.
We know that. But I like that, man. I think we are making a huge impact.
Yeah, for sure. And so it seems little, but it's huge.
So would you say that is what made you become a teacher?
No. I think that's just a awesome byproduct of being a teacher. Yep. What made me want to become a teacher was I think I work really well with young kids and stuff. With youth. Yeah. And then I just had like so many great people throughout my life.
Is this empty?
Yeah, that one's empty. Get it out of here.
Get that water bottle.
Get it out of here.
But you ain't got that one, do you?
No.
Now you're gonna be
two.
You're gonna be thirsty.
Hydrate, yeah, because your soul your soul's thirsty.
My soul's always thirsty. Go ahead.
But
Jesus.
I've always had I've had some really great people pour into my life. So I wanted to do the same thing, so that's what I'm trying to do.
That's awesome, man. So I think, well, brother, the term they said, give people their flowers. Brother, let me take a moment to give you your flowers, bro. I think you're doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I think you're doing a phenomenal job. And my answer, as far as what?
I was getting ready to ask you.
Oh. I wasn't going to teach. I think you talked me into it.
Yeah.
You talked me into it. You told me about it. I came and watched you. And then after that, I was like, John might be on to something, man. Because, you, believe it or not, probably a good salesman, too.
Oh, man, thank you.
Because you gave me all the good points.
It's easy when you have something you believe in.
Yeah, man. You was like, well, Jerome, you like to coach. You like to do this. You like to do that. Why wouldn't you just teach? And I was like, nah. And then summer's off, all the holidays, the time, the kid.
It's a good gig, man.
I was like, you know what, John? I'll check it out. I started subbing, and then it was over after that. So yeah, man, you was the reason, man. And then, like you said, the byproduct was being in there. I never thought it was going to be this much fun. Like ever. I never thought it was going to be this much fun, and I'm having a blast, brother.
Yeah,
I had a
great,
blast every day. Some kids, test you.
Yeah. Like anything, some days are better than others.
Test me.
Some days are better than others,
But I don't think I've never left work like thinking like, oh man, God, I'm never gonna do this again.
Yeah,
like I've never had that. I've never had that because man, I thoroughly just enjoy going to work.
Yeah, and man, I really hate seeing when current teachers
Yep.
like hate their jobs
It shows.
and they
Yep.
treat kids terrible and they do a terrible job.
Quit.
That like drives me up the wall.
You hate your job.
Like
quit.
you if you don't like kids, you don't need to be a teacher, man.
Man, go
like
Walmart.
stop. Like,
Walmart tiring.
yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
That drives me up the wall, man.
Yeah,
I don't
Walmart tiring,
like
and they
that
pay
at
pretty
all.
well.
I don't like that at all. So
Yeah, man. So no, I love the fact, and I've seen that. I've seen teachers
Yeah.
just not enjoy what they do.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, man, like if you don't enjoy what you do, like you don't have to be here.
yeah, I'm like,
Like,
I
go-
hope I never get like that. If
go
I do get
find-
like that, yeah, I
I'll
got to
quit.
do something different.
I'll quit immediately. Because at the end of the day, man, like a lot of these kids, man, like when they get to school, like for some kids, it's their safe space, man.
Yeah.
Like, they get to school because they look forward to school. Of course, my kids are biased because they come to my school. So who wouldn't want to come to school every day? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I'm not at school, them kids
Oh yeah,
pissed.
they are, man.
They are not happy. When
Where
I come
were
out-
you?
Oh man.
Especially yes, PE because they only get PE once a
Oh,
week. If you're not
man.
there on that day,
They
they're
are
like
gonna
wait
let
a
you
whole other week. to
So
come
I
see.
do at my school, I do the car line every day.
Yeah,
So every day I'm the first person they see. Man, if I'm not there, they're telling me as soon as they get a car. They walk out a car, hey Mr. Wood, they look at me. Where were you at yesterday? Like I wasn't here.
They let
Why
you have
not?
let you have
I'm
it.
like,
don't
I
they?
was sick. Like, so you're not sick anymore? I'm like, obviously I'm here. Get away from me. Like, go inside. Like, why are you asking me why?
Yeah, I hated
But-
missing days.
But I do. You said you hated missing days?
Yeah, I hated missing days.
Can't agree with you on that. I don't mind missing a day.
I
here or
hated
there.
I hated missing days, man. Because I felt like it was always so much more work.
When you get back.
Making
making
being
lesson
gone,
plans?
you gotta make lesson plans, you gotta make sure.
I'll be honest with you, John, I make it really simple for my PE teachers, man. And I make sure that they have a very light day when they come to my school. And generally when they leave their notes, like, man, if you ever need sub again, let me know. This was cake. I'm like,
Yeah.
try to take care of
I try to make it as simple as possible too, but like I try to make sure that all the equipment is out and everything.
See,
Leia get so annoyed with me, like, why can't you just be like a regular teacher and just, not really care or whatever? So I'm like, nah, that ain't how it is. I have to make lesson plans, make sure everything's ready to go
I cared.
and stuff.
I cared.
I
but
guess I
had a-
shouldn't have said
I
like
have a
regular
student-
teacher and not care, but see,
I get what
like
you're
you
saying,
doing
though.
extra, you doing too much.
You was above and beyond. You was doing the most. But hey, John, sometimes you gotta do the most. That's why the kids love you, man. That's why-
I was trying to be the greatest.
And John, you killed it.
I was
Still
trying to
killing
be
it.
trying to be the Kobe Bryant, the Mamba mentality of teaching.
I think you embodied it.
I'm
pretty well.
trying, man. I'm trying.
I have a student, and I actually got this idea from Coach Martin. He said he actually has kids that he gives them a job and
Mhm.
they come and set up his gym every day.
Yeah.
So for a while, like my first year, so I didn't have it, and they had all these other jobs around the school. I was like, man, let me get one of them.
Yeah.
So I actually have a student, man, that comes into the gym every morning. Shout out to my boy. He actually got my PE award this year.
Oh yeah.
Yep, he knows who he is. But shout out to my little homie, man. And he actually came into the gym. He comes in every morning, and he's like, well, I'll set the gym up. And generally what I'll do is like, whatever that week is, so he'll know like this is what you're gonna do all week. We set it up. Comes every morning, sets my gym up for me, and breaks it down at the end of the day. So for me,
So even when you have a sub, he's
you would have a
coming to do it
sub.
anyway.
Yep.
See, look at that. Shout out Coach Martin, man. Coach Martin got down to sweet science.
Oh man, he put
sweet
he
science.
put me on game something serious. When I got the job, I called him. I was like, man, I'm struggling. He's like, Jerome, stop right now.
Look
I was
no
like-
further.
He's like, stop. I'm gonna tell you what to do. And we were on the phone for I don't know how long. And he literally just went through. And then when I was at Richards, where I went to school, he literally showed me what he does and how he does it. He's like, Jerome, you gotta think I've been doing this forever. He's like,
Sweet science.
he's like,
man.
after a while, there aren't new games. You just switch up certain little things,
Yeah.
man. And he's like, but man, this is how. And he showed me his setup, and I literally just took his setup, made it a little bit of my own,
Yep.
man, and just applied it, man.
Yeah,
so
that's
shout
what
out to Jonathan, man.
That's what I
he's a
take
beast,
stuff
man.
from so many different teachers.
I get
This
some guys
game,
from YouTube.
this game, YouTube, whatever.
There's a
and
few
just
guys from YouTube
tweak
got
it
some
a little bit.
creative games, man.
You know, make it so it can fit my space, my
Oh,
equipment, all that stuff, and then we off to the races. Make maybe first couple classes, tweaking a little bit. Okay, that didn't work.
Yeah.
Well, let me change.
trial. So I've had some
By
games.
the end of the week,
It's
by the end of
always
the week, it's good.
breezy. So what I've done, like if it's ever a new game, what I'll do generally, I'll play it that week, and then based off of the changes I make, I'll play it probably for 2 weeks. Just make sure all the kids get to take advantage of the changes. Because that first class, that Monday class, I feel bad for them sometimes.
It might be rough.
Like that first class come in, they're all excited. And I'm like, all right, let's see how this goes. Yep. Then halfway through it, I'm seeing kids not do it well. I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta take that out.
Yeah,
that was too complicated. That was this. So then by the time Wednesday come, oh, we're all the way in the pocket.
And I would preface stuff like, you know what, guys, we're gonna learn a new game today. We're gonna learn this together. Yeah. Okay. So we might have to change some things as we go. And you got suggestions, let me know. And we can figure it out.
See, that's awesome.
And then the next year,
I don't give my kids suggestions at all. There's no this is what I do. I let them vote the last week of school. Yeah. Last full week, I let them vote on the game day we play. So we come in, I give them about 5 different games. I'm like, these are your options, choose them. Yeah. Now, if we can't come to an agreement, it's Mr. Wood's choice. Oh yeah. And Mr. Wood's choice can be whatever I want to do. Typically, a lot of my kids are gonna, if I ever put dodgeball on the list,
dodgeball is the game.
Do you know what's crazy? When I took my practice exam, you know that is the one game
they say not to play.
Frown. Like there's a lady on YouTube when I was watching my study, or I was studying, and she was like, you know, some teachers like to do dodgeball, but let me also make my point about dodgeball. It is the worst game.
Human targets.
Oh my God, they said it traumatizes kids. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not traumatized from that. I've never been traumatized. But I will say, there are some classes that, you know, my 5th and 6th grade, you know, sometimes it gets a little lopsided. So generally I don't like to play. I just kind of let them hang out. I let them do their thing.
You got to come in.
But sometimes if it's like,
you got to intervene.
You know, generally it's about 15 on 15, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
At times, man, it may be like 13 on 1. And I normally wait until that one person's there by themselves. They're like, Mr. Wood, please save us. And then it's hilarious. What I'll do is I'll be like this. I won't even say nothing. I'll put my mic down. I have my little mic. I'll take off my little lanyard. And I'll just jog over there. All the kids sprint to the back. Ah! And they all run to the back. And I'll be honest with you. I'll be lighting them up. I'll be lighting them now. Not the girls. But then if there's a kid over there, like some of the kids, man, like the basketball players, some of the kids that play baseball, that really be throwing the ball hard. I'm tearing them. Boom! They're like, ah! So kids like, I heard that pass me, Mr. Wood. Like, I felt that. And I was like, it's coming for you. It's coming for you.
So,
it's great, man. I love it.
When I was in school at Anderson, Dr. Jones, she was like, no dodgeball. She was totally against dodgeball. Yeah, man. Because, she was like, human target. It's not about that, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I'm playing it.
But, as soon as I got it.
We don't play a lot. I do about 3 times. We'll do about 3 times a year.
Yeah, don't play it all the time.
We'll do it at the beginning of the year.
Every once in a while.
We'll do it right before Christmas break. Yeah. And then we'll do it at the end of the year. That's it.
Yeah. Can't play it all the time.
No, but they want it.
Yeah, they do.
Non-stop.
They want the dodgeball, so we do that.
But there's a lot of good things in dodgeball.
That's what they're always picking.
There's a lot of good things in dodgeball. You know who pointed these out to me? Coach Martin, Jonathan.
Yeah. You work on throwing.
He said, Jerome, think of it this way. Think of it as you drive in a car. Do you want to be someone who can react late or on time? He's like, if you react late, boom, you get hit with the ball. If you react on time, you avoid the accident and you don't get hit. And I looked, I said, that's good. Because you have to, that is good.
I always do
I was like, look at him.
My throwing unit, like we were overhand throws, so we do that, then like aim and accuracy. Yeah. And then we like strategize, whatever, right? You get a little closer, you throw a little further, all that stuff. So I add all that. You know, the game they loved though was like a dodgeball alternative was castle ball. Okay. Castle ball. They love that. Throw, with the making them out of the hula hoops. Yep. People call it different names, whatever. But
I call it
hula hut. Yeah, hula hut, castle
hula
ball.
Hut wars. They get.
They love it.
It'd be lit.
They love it. So like toward the end of the year, okay, castle ball. Then we'll be like, all right, now you can get people out. You can hit with the dodgeball. They go crazy.
Whole different.
They go crazy.
Oh, they love it. They be able to strategize, man. Like, can I pick my own team? I'm like, no. Yeah. I never let my kids pick their own team. By the way.
No, you can't do that. Ever. It'd be lopsided.
Sometimes at the end of the year, like 5th, 6th, I let them do
kids
boys
get
versus
left
girls. I let them do boys versus girls some games. I always go to the girls team. Yeah. And help them out sometimes. But there are some classes where the girls just don't need my help. Yeah. And they just dominate. And I'll be looking at the kids like this.
Oh, what do you want me to do?
So, but yeah, man, I love teaching, man. I love teaching.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
glad
great.
I'm glad you inspired me to do this, John.
I'm glad you started and came. I was so excited for you, and when you started teaching, I was like, man, yes. We need
Now
more.
we're here.
We need more good people. We need more black teachers. We need more black male teachers.
Man, black male teachers,
Yeah.
man, we need to. If you're
We need
watching
more.
this, if you're watching
We
this,
need
and you're
more.
and you're thinking about it, you're like, man, teaching might be cool. Do it.
You know what's crazy, Jerome?
The world needs.
Black teachers.
Yes, go ahead.
You know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
So crazy. Where we teach at,
Yes,
out of our entire district,
yes,
you and I,
yes.
we are the only
Yep.
black male teachers.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. J
You and
J.
I.
Ooh, watch that. But yeah, we're it.
We're it, man. Isn't that crazy?
But we're
It's
making
crazy.
a difference.
We are.
We're making a difference
We
every
are.
day. And there's more coming. Maybe.
I hope so. I hope
Maybe.
so.
If you're out there, do it. Do it. Hit me up.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
It's good. Man, it's really good. There's so many more
It's awesome, man.
pros than cons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now wish we make a little bit more money. However,
Is this on? Yeah, we would love to make some more money. Man,
however,
we'd love to. Despite it, we know we're making
it ain't always
an
about
impact.
money.
It's
It
not
ain't
always about the money, but man,
Yeah.
we would like some more money. Sure
We
would. Sure would. But
One day.
anyway, let's
Or
wrap it
go.
up, man. Let's wrap it
All
up,
right,
man. It
man.
was good. I think we had a good episode,
This
man.
was a great episode.
Good episode,
It was
man.
a great episode.
Good episode, man.
Yep.
Look at us educators.
I know, man.
Educators.
Educating the people, our
We're both-
viewers, listeners.
We were both coaches. But still coach. You're still coaching.
Yeah. You know what?
Before we get out of here, man.
You know what?
How was the flag football game? But for you guys don't know this, Coach Sims, he's back coaching now. He's back out there on the gridiron.
Man.
He's back out there on the field.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
So tell the people what you do, man. Are you what?
I'm coaching Wes's flag football team.
What's the age, man?
5, 6, and 7-year-olds.
Woo-wee.
Ooh, my goodness.
I'll be out there with you next week, man.
Went from coaching state championship teams to high school to flag football.
Hey, man, you're building them up. Building up. It's a feeder program. That's what we like to call it. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Just make sure all the kids come to you.
The kids are having fun. I'm trying to teach them some fundamentals and
Yeah.
stuff. So,
But it's teach them how to
they'll
have
get
fun.
there. And
That's
then,
the biggest thing, man.
hopefully they'll have it won't drive them away from the game.
That's the biggest thing,
It'll
man.
make
Teach
them
them how to
wanna
have, teach them
keep
kids how to
playing
have fun, man, and enjoy it.
and keep
enjoy
going.
it. Enjoy it. So,
Thank you, Wes. Wes thinks I'm a good coach. So
yeah, Wes said you're the
Yeah.
best.
yeah.
So,
but it's fun.
Appreciate
they're
y'all,
having
man,
fun.
for tuning in.
Yeah.
This is episode 6. And we're rolling, man. We're rolling, man. And episode 7 is gonna be even better than this one.
Yeah. So
We're gonna have a guest on here eventually.
we are.
I've had quite a few people come to me,
Everybody
and
wants to
ask.
be on the show.
and I've told them all no. I told them like, you have not obviously haven't seen the episode because I
They-
tell people live, hey,
Yeah, they need to go
give
do
us
their
your
research.
suggestions,
Yeah.
give us your topics, whatever it is. But when you ask us to come on the show, it's gonna be a no from now, right?
Yeah, we
We
gotta
just-
we got some people that we want to get on the show.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah.
Stevie says he's gonna get on the episode,
Yeah, we gotta get Stevie on.
but
We
he's got to come to Columbus.
Dante. We gotta get
Stevie got to
Dante
come to
on.
Columbus.
And we can do like a remote.
No, we're gonna make Stevie come
That
to
won't
Columbus,
be good
man.
though.
He
That
needs to
won't
come
be-
see us anyway.
You need a real deal.
He needs to come see us anyway. Stevie,
Yeah.
he comments on it every episode. He's you
Does
boys
he?
are funny. Like you didn't know we were
You
already funny.
come on and get on the
Come
show.
on, Columbus, man.
We know you got it, man. You got the money.
Yeah, man. Come
No,
on,
I don't
fly
act
on
like
out.
you ain't got the money.
You didn't come
You
last
got
year.
it.
You didn't come last year. He comes every year and hits us
Bring
up.
bring kid, man.
Yeah, man. I ain't seen your son, man.
Yeah, we want to meet him, man.
Yeah,
Come
Stevie.
on, man.
Jeez.
Ah,
God.
come on, man.
We're both your best friend.
I know, man.
Jesus,
with that?
Stevie.
We gotta get Dante on here.
Yeah, man.
And get Dante. Yeah,
We gotta see if Dante gonna answer the phone first.
yeah.
I can say that because
we
he's
might
probably not
have to
gonna
just
watch
gotta
this
go
episode.
get him.
Yeah, we gotta go pick him up.
Yeah, just go pick him.
And then not even tell him what was going on.
Yeah, we gotta tell Morgan though.
Yeah, probably I gotta tell Morgan to plan it so she can
Yeah.
tell Dante to.
Yeah.
I'll also tell Morgan that she should probably watch this episode because
She should.
shot at the
She
end.
should.
Dante's
Yeah.
like, oh, right on. But no, we appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
Episode 6. We will be back very soon with episode 7. So
Yeah. So
subscribe,
we got
share, like.
Juneteenth coming up here soon.
Oh yeah. We
Yeah.
gonna be out and about. If you guys want us to host any events, we do that.
Yeah, we're gonna
We
be
do
hosting Juneteenth.
Yeah, we do that. Let
Celebration
us know.
down here in Columbus, Indiana.
Yeah, let us know.
So if you
Give
got
us-
other stuff like that,
Yeah,
let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Big
fun.
things on
It's gonna be
big
it's gonna be fun.
things are on the
Horizons.
Yeah.
All right, this has been another episode of Jerome Job Podcast. Thank y'all for watching.
Peace.
Make 'em say, Jerome and John, Jerome and John.